Wrestling has more than one royal family.
What up? It's your boy T-Bear in Reaction. Today is Wrestling Wednesday, so what do you want to talk about? Had to do this. Because I'm about to check out this video. I think it's from Sports Kita, if I recall, as well too, though. So I decided to make this the first video to check out as well too. Yeah, from Sports Kita Wrestling, though. So this is about the quote I just said, the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes as well too. First off, that promo he did on Raw was heartfelt and beautiful, though. And I've been pushing him to win. I am still pushing it, and this is definitely for sure not after that promo. They got to let him finish the story. They have to. Sorry, I'm a little warning. I'm a little congested, and those little sorts come here. Some coughing and some nasal drip. So, and I'm gonna sound nasally. So, that's whatever. Anyway, and I finally got my copy of WWE 2K24, and mine was on back order because I did the pre-order a little bit late, so I kind of missed the deluxe edition, but that's cool, saving me a little money as well too. Main reason I wanted the deluxe edition definitely supports Bianca Belair, especially after what she did for as well too. But I'm totally happy with having the American Nightmare and Cody Rhodes to cover, and even the GameStop guys say that they better not have this man lose twice in a row, and I agree as well too. The fact that you got folks even in GameStop wanting to finish the story, that's awesome as well too. They gotta do it, man. It's no way in hell. I know. I get the sorry, that was from earlier news and reaction. You'll see that as well too. But I get it. The record is this close, but at the same time, like I said, if Roman don't hit that record, his reigns he had is historical, just as historical as the records ahead of him and behind him as well too. But anyway, I wanted to check out this video from Sports Kita because recently on SmackDown, it was a stipulation is if Cody Rhodes doesn't win, he will never challenge for the top title again. And I found this very interesting to watch these videos right here. This is called how AEW felt Cody Rhodes for his epic WWE return. Because one of the factors into his AEW run kind of became what it is, because he had the same situation with his title chances well too. If he that he made it up that if he don't win, he can never compete again. And he losing the title chance against Chris Jericho, and he can never compete again. But down the line, he made the TNT Championship as well too, where a lot of folks felt like he EP'd his way to a title for himself as well too. And then a lot of other things was kind of feel like it was folks say that's possibly the factor why his AEW run failed and why he was he's a babyface. He was getting what his WrestleMania opponent was getting, which was getting booed, his treatment like that as well, too, in a way. So, yeah, but come to WWE, he is very well loved, mainly by the fans that are present. I can't say the fans on social media because, like I said, there's folks who want him to lose again just to see him cry more or see fans cry more, and also want to see Hogan record get it because they on some F Hogan shit right now. So, anyway, we're going to check out some video from Sports Kita, talk about because I want to know myself too, because I was so I could not understand why folks was hating on the AEW. But anyway, let's get it.
Here is your winner and the new undisputed WWE Universal Champion, the American Nightmare.
Yes, speak that to existence, please. And make sure he leaves WrestleMania and holds it for a couple pay-per-views, at least at SummerSlam, or at least at Survivor Series.
Cody Rhodes. This is what a lot of wrestling fans want to hear at WrestleMania 40. But just a few years ago, this scenario appeared impossible. Around 5 years ago, during AEW's first Double or Nothing show in 2019, Cody Rhodes made a joke out of Triple H's classic throne entrance. He made his entrance to face his brother, Dustin Rhodes. And with a sledgehammer in hand, a trademark weapon of the game, Cody proceeded to destroy the throne. The image was
and the fact that he mentioned that on those promos as well too, on Raw, and now they pocket That's an awesome moment too. They know folks find out another reason why. Oh, this probably mean Triple H going to screw him again as well too. Like, whatever.
Clear. The symbolism was even louder than that, and it made a powerful statement. The American Nightmare's complete dedication to AEW, sending a clear message to WWE, who he had formerly performed for and broke into the wrestling business with.
Yep.
He was the son of the WWE Hall of Famer, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Many thought he would be a lifer within WWE for that reason alone. But Cody was initially positioned as an authority figure in this new breakout company, AEW, in its early days. Also, as one of its top attractions in the ring, he utilized this moment to declare his unwavering commitment to AEW's vision and what it was doing moving forward. However, merely 3 years later, in 2022, a significant turn of events had unfolded at WWE's WrestleMania 38 in Texas. Cody Rhodes, who had left AEW a few months prior, made his huge triumphant return to WWE under his own name, with his own logo, and the theme song you had heard him walk out to in All Elite Wrestling. So what transpired to cause the departure of the person who was so instrumental during the inception of AEW and what it would do for the wrestling business as a whole? This is Sportskeeda Wrestling. I am Kevin. What do you think of Cody so far in WWE since he jumped back from AEW? Let us
Doing a great job right now. I will say this. Not kissing ass. I'm seeing what I'm seeing. Even if I didn't care about alignments or anything like that, I would say he's doing a great job, and he's doing great jobs at the top 8 face as well.
Let us know in the comments below. Cody Rhodes made his big debut in WWE in 2007, and this came easy for him in the eyes of some, as he was the
I'm not gonna lie, I was a fan of his first theme right here. I was a fan of that theme.
son of a plumber in the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. He initially gained attention as a part of various tag teams, later going by Dashing Cody Rhodes. He achieved success with multiple championships, including the Intercontinental title, and there were times when fans got behind him, and WWE could have maybe brought him to the main event level, but he remained in the mid-card. Then he adopted the outlandish Stardust persona, engaging in cosmic-themed character ridiculousness and tag teaming with his brother Goldust. Cody gave his all to this character, but he wasn't really invested, and the character itself had a real ceiling to it. Maybe some just considered it something that would never get out of the mid.
Hold on a second, let me see my mic kind of falling off. Give me a minute. I'm back. Let's keep going. And think about this. I get what he's trying to do. He's trying to find his footing, but at the same time, it was it hurt. It kind of hurt. A lot of people keep saying that. So you want Roman Reigns to lose to Stardust to this mid-carder? Like, that always irked me how like people want to keep people at their place as well too. Like, nobody improve.
Card. In 2016, he had enough, and he requested his release from WWE, seeking new opportunities in the world of independent wrestling with all the creative freedom it offers. Once outside of the WWE, Cody Rhodes embarked on a successful independent wrestling conquest. He competed in various promotions, including AEW, Ring of Honor, New Japan Pro Wrestling, and Impact Wrestling, showcasing his versatility as a performer. One of the standout moments during this period was Cody's involvement with the Bullet Club faction in New Japan Pro Wrestling, where he played a pivotal role in storylines and had memorable matches that drew big crowds. He also became the Ring of Honor World Champion, further solidifying his status as a top-tier talent. Moreover, Cody's contributions extended beyond the ring, as he demonstrated a new level of fresh creativity and business acumen, proving that he can move merchandise and tickets, and became good friends with other tastemakers in the Bullet Club faction, and Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks, who proclaimed themselves the Elite, and they started making appearances with various wrestling shows, and they were making a lot of money and getting a lot of clicks online with their own exclusive digital content. In 2017, wrestling journalist Dave Meltzer responded to a tweet by a fan asking if Ring of Honor could ever sell out arena with 10,000 fans by saying, quote, "Not anytime soon," asserting that no wrestling promotion outside of WWE could successfully sell 10,000 tickets to an event. This tweet caught the attention of Cody Rhodes, who responded by saying, "I'll take that bet, Dave." This was an all-star show, something that felt like a WrestleMania but was not promoted by WWE, featuring a who's who of talent outside of the WWE with Kenny Omega, Hangman Page, Nick Aldis, Diamond Dallas Page, Rey Mysterio, and many more. The show was not only surpassed by 10,000 ticket milestone, but it also became a monumental success. I was there. It is one of the best wrestling shows I have ever seen. The triumph of the independent show caught the attention of someone else. Tony Khan, a wrestling enthusiast and owner of the NFL franchise, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Forming a connection with Cody, the Young Bucks, and Kenny Omega, they would forge a new wrestling venture.
Hold on a second. I'll be right back. I'm back. Anyway, I had to take a little man's show stuff on them as well, too, so I had to take care of that. Anyway, let's get going. Guess you want to watch them. I got a baby monitor on, so yeah. Anyway, let's keep going.
It would be financed in a way that no other company outside of WWE had been in decades. The collaboration led to the creation of All Elite Wrestling, officially announced in January of 2019 at a groundbreaking event in Jacksonville. The legitimacy of AEW was underscored by the signing of one of the biggest stars in the industry, Chris Jericho. This move solidified that AEW was a legitimate, formidable force within the world of professional wrestling. Cody emerged as a central figure in AEW, assuming the role of an authority figure legitimately backstage as an executive vice president along with the Bucks and Kenny, and also one of the key performers in the ring. He was an integral part of the core leadership. At Double or Nothing, the inaugural pay-per-view for the company, Cody's symbolic act of destroying the throne, as discussed earlier, set the tone. His subsequent victory over his brother Dustin Rhodes in a fiercely contested bloody match added a dramatic layer to the event. Dustin was about to retire there, and then after the match, Cody delivered an emotional promo stating that he wanted his brother for his next match against the
he did the equivalent voice with it.
Young Bucks. This marked one of the most emotionally charged moments of wrestling that year, and this was just their first show, and Cody was a big part of it. Cody and Dustin weren't able to beat the Bucks at the Fight for the Fallen event, but it revalidated Dustin's career. The American Nightmare, as Cody was dubbed at the time, shifted his focus to his next challenge, Chris Jericho, who had become the first AEW World Champion. This move made sense considering Cody's immense popularity within the AEW audience, second only to Jericho. During this period, Cody also squared off with talents like the upstart Darby Allin and more. A significant milestone followed the launch of AEW's weekly TV show in Dynamite in October of 2019. Cody featured in the inaugural match facing Sammy Guevara. He also developed a friendship with young talents like MJF, while also engaging in a feud with Jericho. However, in the lead up to the Full Gear pay-per-view title match, Cody introduced a now questionable stipulation before the match with Jericho, that if he couldn't defeat Jericho for the AEW World title, he pledged to never challenge for the title again. Fans speculated that this stipulation hinted at a predictable potential win for Cody. However, at Full Gear, Cody's supposed ally, MJF, betrayed him, throwing the towel in during Jericho's Walls of Jericho submission hold, allowing Chris to retain the
That's why I hope it don't be no deja vu like Seth Rollins throwing in the towel, some shit like that, or even MJF who was like declare a free agent, possibly come to the end, throw in the towel. Who knows? But other than that, let's keep going.
Championship and Cody to never challenge for it again. Obviously, Cody now passionately sought revenge against his one-time friend, now villainous foe, Maxwell Jacob Friedman. While Max had already established himself as a skilled heel and prolific talker on the microphone, this rivalry elevated him to a status of premier villainy in pro wrestling. The intensity of their conflict was evident when MJF mercilessly lashed Cody with a leather belt on television, a stipulation Cody would have to suffer simply to have a match with MJF at the Revolution 2020 pay-per-view. Another match I saw where MJF emerged victorious through nefarious tactics. Interestingly, in 2 of the AEW pay-per-views following the acquisition of the TV deal, Cody faced defeats in both matches, prompting speculation from some that his status as a presumed golden boy within the promotion was questionable. He wasn't just going to be an executive president to put himself over in the ring with contracted wrestlers. However, Cody was still a prominent figure and leader both on the microphone and in front of the camera for AEW, as whenever they needed a good boost, he was the man to call upon. This became particularly evident during the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic, when he was the first wrestler to address the TV audience on Dynamite in the absence of a live crowd. His impassioned words resonated with an audience during a time of serious stress and doubt, where the wrestling industry would face unprecedented challenges. During this period, AEW introduced the TNT Championship as a secondary title alongside the World Championship. And interestingly enough, the inaugural champion was none other than Cody Rhodes. Yet for some fans, it felt like a consolation prize, maybe a symbolic gesture following his stipulation that prevented him from going to the world title level. We're still scratching our heads about that one. Despite this, Cody excelled as the TNT champion, playing a crucial role in elevating emerging talents like Ricky Starks and Eddie Kingston. His initial loss of the title to Brody Lee, who had just joined the fold recently from WWE, was short-lived. He swiftly regained the title in a rematch. TNT Championship matches became central things you needed to watch in AEW, and it was mainly because of his performances. But at Full Gear 2020, he lost the championship to the rising Darby Allin. This is when his booking in AEW started to get a bit rocky. Cody owned a wrestling school, the Nightmare Factory, along with QT Marshall. AEW incorporated this dynamic into his storyline, where QT turned on Cody. This development didn't exactly capture all of the audience's interest at the time, and some were just unfamiliar with QT, yet he was still coming up the ranks. The prospect of Cody feuding with him may not have felt like a big-time angle. At Double or Nothing 2021, Cody would face one of Marshall's students, the upstart UK boxing stand.
That's when it's just sadly went downhill, man. I don't know what they was doing with the booking on that one as well too. That's when this bizarre world booking between him and his opponents started right here.
Anthony Ogogo. And again, it just didn't connect like it should have. The feud was built around Ogogo's criticisms of the United States and Cody's response as a patriotic flag-waving figure. The angle just didn't connect. The narrative lacked the compelling foundation that felt like it played into the edginess that AEW had, making it challenging for fans to invest in emotionally. The storyline heavily relied on the patriotic, almost political angle, with Cody positioning himself as a defender of American values against Ogogo's criticisms. Some viewers found the narrative a bit forced and didn't really appreciate it as a divisive storyline, leading to mixed reactions and maybe lackluster engagement. Cody won the match, and the outcome was perceived as predictable. Predictable's not bad in wrestling, but considering the lead-up, it just didn't connect, like we mentioned. The lack of substantial payoff diminished the overall impact of the feud, and after this, he finally defeated QT in a strap match that put an end to all of it. And that strap match was pretty damn good, by the way. It was one of the most underrated...
Hold on a second. Alright, back. So we left off in his little strap match against QT when things started really going downhill from AEW. Anyway, let's get it.
rated AEW television matches of the year. Another turning point for Cody in his AEW journey unfolded with the debut of Malachi Black, who came over from WWE.
This one really was like on some bizarre shit with fans, and then I dealt with some sitting and some one of the wrestlers goes in too, though, for not room for Malachi Black instead of room for Cody. It was like ridiculous. So yeah.
WWE and was formerly known as Aleister Black. Cody became the first target of Black's wrath when this trend continued, with former WWE wrestlers such as Andrade also setting sights on him once they joined the company. Following his defeat to Malachi on Dynamite, Cody left his shoes in the ring, a symbolic gesture that many saw as a potential sign of retirement. However, Malachi persisted in targeting him, prompting Cody's valiant return. Despite the initial intrigue, fan interest simply just didn't get where it was supposed to be. Cody was just the guy locked in the mid-card. In retrospect, that's what you could see. Additionally, Cody's involvement in personal projects outside of wrestling, such as the Turner Broadcasting-produced reality show Rhodes to the Top, raised concerns among fans about his divided attention and maybe his questioning commitment to AEW. The AEW audience wanted to turn Cody into a villain, but he simply wouldn't turn. And questioning his commitment is also kind of ridiculous. This is a guy who went through a flaming table for them. Cody's earlier reputation as a fan favorite, a symbol of AEW's revolutionary inception, also created specific expectations among that very hard to always please audience. When the character and storylines didn't align with collective fan expectations, or someone's specific fantasy booking who's never in a room producing $1 billion TV show, it led to a sense of disappointment and dissent. I have a Twitter, I'm going to tweet about it. His promos became a bit more unrelatable to this specific, very vocal portion of the audience who demanded a heel turn, which honestly could have worked wonders for the American Nightmare character, and all he had to do was go against his words and challenge for the World Championship and win it. Yeah, come on, Cody, break your promises. Isn't that an honorable trait? But instead, AEW gave him yet another TNT Championship reign. But what about our fantasy booking that we wanted? As 2022 got going, Cody Rhodes was slated to face Sammy Guevara for the TNT Championship in a grueling ladder match. However, before the match, Cody delivered a poignant promo that captured a lot of attention, and there are some Easter eggs in there that people are still trying to figure out. He began by stating, "Someone told me to save this promo, but I don't know if I'll get the chance, so I'm going to do it now." In a heartfelt address, Cody declared that his decision not to turn into a bad guy, expressing his gratitude to the fans who supported him when he needed it most. The promo took a subtle shot at some wrestlers that some people perceived within AEW, while also acknowledging and putting over some of them at the same time. Initially, the promo felt unusual, a step outside of what we had expected. But when fans learned what was going to happen, it made a lot of sense. Later that same night, Cody dropped the TNT Championship to Sammy Guevara in a thrilling ladder match. The match essentially marked Cody's last appearance in AEW, as his contract was soon set to expire, and he decided to part ways with the promotion. It was easily the talk of the wrestling world. Fans were left in a state of disbelief as news circulated that Cody, who was a key figure in AEW, had departed the company. Some were genuinely surprised, unable to fathom that a person who was such a big part in getting it going was now going out the door and choosing to do so. Speculation ran rampant, with some fans considering the possibility that this might be a part of some elaborate storyline. Cody was working us, right? And this could see him finally return as a heel persona, our fantasy booking fulfilled. However, as reports started to emerge of something even bigger than that. Cody Rhodes was the hottest free agent in pro wrestling, and what he would do next was getting people talking. And it was just a few months before WrestleMania 38 that was looming on the horizon. And Seth Rollins, one of the most critically acclaimed wrestlers in the world in WWE, was set to face a mystery opponent. Yeah, everyone was connecting the dots. Speculation ran wild, with many anticipating that the mystery man would be none other than Cody Rhodes.
Hold on. Yes? I'm back. I'm going to do a part 2 of this. But anyway, well, I'm nearly halfway there, so let me see if I can try to finish this.
Yes, the prodigal son of a plumber coming back to WWE.
Yes.
The first night of WrestleMania arrived.
Awesome.
Everyone was expecting it, and they got it. After what felt like an eternal pause as Seth waited in the ring with a stadium full of people in Texas, the echoing sounds came, and they brought everyone to life with the words, "Wrestling has more than one royal family." And to the astonishment, yes, people were still astonished, even though this was happening, to everyone in the WWE fandom, Cody Rhodes emerged from the stage, prompting an eruption that we had not heard in quite some time. After 6 long years, Cody Rhodes, who had made himself into a magnificently bigger star than he was during his previous tenure with WWE, was now back, and he was going to face Seth Rollins in a show-stealing match and win. Cody Rhodes wasn't just presented as any other wrestler coming back. He got to come back at WrestleMania. He got to come back with the theme music you had heard him use outside of WWE.
Awesome.
He came back with the name American Nightmare that he had outside of WWE. Everything that made him a big star outside of WWE was now making him an even bigger star back in WWE. The feud with Rollins would continue with another victory at WrestleMania Backlash, gearing up for another showdown in Chicago at Hell in a Cell. However, fate would take an unfortunate turn for Cody, because just when he was on top of the world, roaring back as maybe the biggest babyface WWE had in years, he tore his pectoral muscle just days before the scheduled match. Instead of opting for a hiatus to recover, Cody Rhodes, in his first big return to WWE in a pay-per-view main event match inside the brutal, unrelenting Hell in a Cell, he decided to come out with that torn pec and delivered an instant classic with Seth Rollins, the Sportskeeda Wrestling Match of the Year. The intensity of that match was palpable, with Seth's offense moving and evoking emotion and realism, because you were seeing someone with a ripped muscle continue to perform directly in front of you. I was there. You could hear the gasp from the audience. When Cody removed his ring jacket, it underscored his unwavering dedication to the business. No matter where it was, if you paid to see Cody, you were getting all of Cody, highlighting his commitment to top-notch performances. Remember those people that questioned that commitment? Where were they then when he took off that jacket? This is probably the time when WWE decided that he was going to be the next guy, even if he was going to be on the shelf with an injury. As Cody furiously worked through rehab to come back, WWE fans anticipated that return at the Royal Rumble 2023, and they got it. Cody came out in the number 30 spot, clinching the victory over Gunther in a truly captivating end to a Rumble match. Cody, fully healed and back in action, announced his intention to finish his story, capturing the WWE Universal Championship on the show WrestleMania, a title that had eluded his father, Dusty Rhodes, who once nearly captured the title in Madison Square Garden, but only lost the match on a technicality. His path of emotional redemption to WrestleMania 39 in a showdown against another multi-generational superstar in the hubris-fueled tribal chief Roman Reigns was a real attraction. Unfortunately, WWE had just completed a merger with Endeavor, and maybe those outside factors, along with Roman Reigns still being a very hot property as a villain to pursue, who was on the verge of a historic 1,000-day title reign. Yeah, they went with Roman, cheating his way to keep the title again, using his entire family to do it.
Right.
Defeat, yes, it was an emotional, hard pill to swallow for Cody, who truly had people thinking he would be the guy to take.
I'm worried about it because the new Netflix. That made me worry about him this year. Sorry, because the Netflix deal and all that as well too. They're going to do the same thing as well too. Hopefully not. Like they do let them finish the story. So let's get
down the guy. The following night on Raw, though, set yet again another path for redemption.
Yep.
Cody found himself on the receiving end of a brutal assault at the hands of Brock Lesnar, initiating a heated feud between the two. Although Cody managed to survive Lesnar at Backlash, the Beast Incarnate got the upper hand at Night of Champions, setting the stage for a final clash at SummerSlam. The battle at SummerSlam, a show-stealing affair, was fierce, with Cody and Lesnar giving it all, culminating in Cody securing a definitive victory over the Beast. In an unexpected display, Lesnar, a ring veteran in his own right, showed respect by raising Cody's hand in an unscripted moment, sharing a rare embrace and maybe a bit of...
I low-key was hoping the next few would be the Fiend, but sadly we lost Bray around that time, so yeah. Because I thought it was like a redemption is face all of Roman's former rivals as well too, that he either was defeated by or defeated for the titles as well too during his tribal chief reign. So yeah.
Vulnerability, saying that this was the guy. Cody's acknowledgement from the Beast added a unique flair in this moment for Cody. Another sign that many in the company saw him as the next face of the company. In a calculated move, WWE strategically kept Cody Rhodes, the fan favorite, away from the much-talked-about villain Roman Reigns, orchestrating separate feuds for the American Nightmare with the Judgment Day and Shinsuke Nakamura. As Royal Rumble 2024 approached, Cody emerged as once again another fan favorite to win the prestigious match once again. However, a twist unfolded a few months earlier when another significant star from AEW, CM Punk, made his grand return. The speculation was turned upside down, with many people thinking this was Punk's potential Royal Rumble victory to set a path for him to return to main event graces of WWE. This sentiment persisted until the actual Royal Rumble event itself. As the climax neared, Cody and Punk found themselves as the final two men who would venture off and point at the sign. It triggered an electrifying atmosphere, with fans passionately choosing one side or the other, and it seemed like a majority were leaning towards Cody. WWE chose to go with the American Nightmare, who eliminated CM Punk and clocked his ticket in for the main event of Mania once more. The decision marked a pivotal chapter in Cody's journey within the WWE.
Nice.
So who exactly books this main event talent that is Cody the best? Was it AEW? Many would say no. Is it WWE? Some would say yes, depending on what week you're talking to them. You know who booked this main event star to be a real main event star? Cody Rhodes did. Cody Rhodes did it by leaving WWE on his own terms. He did it.
That's how you establish himself as a big star, if you have a style.
By leaving AEW on his own terms. He did it by projecting himself and connecting with the audience as who he truly is. Someone who dreams big and fights even bigger. A character during tough times that you can rely on as someone who's going to fight for you. Isn't that the idea? Maybe it's predictable. Maybe it's not your edgy attitude era superstar. Maybe he's too PG. Maybe you're just not letting yourself see it.
Exactly.
However, controversy brewed following his Royal Rumble victory. Despite Cody swiftly setting his sights on Roman Reigns at the Rumble, an unexpected turn occurred on the subsequent episode of SmackDown. where he graciously stepped aside for The Rock to take his place. The Rock, having recently returned to WWE and assuming a real-life position on the board of directors for TKO, not so subtly called out Roman Reigns. There were talks of The Rock versus Roman Reigns for a long time, and fans wanted to see this match, but the timing seemed odd. Cody...
Thank you. It was just bad timing. We do want to see Rock versus Roman. Just not just the timing where everything was off.
Was the Royal Rumble winner. That raised eyebrows as fans were disappointed to see him sidelined for this showdown. This decision sparked a massive online backlash, with Cody trending and chants of "We want Cody" echoing throughout arenas and even leading to fans to boo The Rock at an untelevised show for WWE, a testament to Cody's rising prominence in the industry. Ultimately, at the WrestleMania kickoff press event in Las Vegas, it was confirmed that Cody would indeed face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40, rather than The Rock. In response to the fan reaction, The Rock and WWE made the right decision, turning him heel and aligning him with Roman Reigns, joining the bloodline. He ignited the feud by delivering a stinging slap to Cody at the press conference, setting the stage for an intense rivalry with the American Nightmare. While the prospect of a showdown between Cody and Roman promises fireworks, there's also speculation of a potential clash between Cody and The Rock, or perhaps a tag team bout pitting Cody.
This was before they made an announcement of the tag team.
And Seth Rollins against The Rock and Roman Reigns. Regardless of the outcome, this feud is poised to elevate Cody to an even greater level of stardom. There is very little chance he will not win the title this time. WWE has protected him at all costs, it seems like, and now he is ready to be the face of the company.
And let's hope he does too. Oh yeah, Andrade too. Might check that out, but let's hope he does too. Yeah, that for Andrade and CFO. I might check out on time though. But yeah, it's probably gonna be my only video I'm gonna have early for Wrestle Wednesday as well too. And I had a little different kind of interruptions and everything. And I'm gonna need a little rest to get over this little cold. But other than that, this was a good video from Sportskeeda as well too. Though, like I said, hopefully they let him finish the story, hold the title, leave Mania with the title, hold the title for a good while as well too. No super short run. Give him a nice little lengthy run. Let it be multiple years. I mean, if you can and you keep the fans interested and still cheer for him, awesome. But if you have to short it to at least 1 year, then I get it. Other than that, if you like my reaction, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's your boy T-Bear signing off. Again, apologize for the sound nasal, stuffy. Anyway, it's your boy T-Bear signing off. One love.